My name is Deshanna York. I work for Cooperative Extension Service, and we have a USDA-funded grant called Agribility. There is a booth in the vendor show. If you haven't gone over and talked to folks, please do. But I wanted to let you know it's my distinct pleasure to introduce Tori Gingras with Assistive Technology of Alaska. She is a outreach specialist with Assistive Technology of Alaska. They are a nonprofit partner with the USDA-funded Agribility project. She's going to be talking about assistive technology to assist with farmers and agriculture. And you don't want to miss this one, so if you have a moment, come join us. Without further ado, Tori. Here's your, Is it on? I think it's on. Cool. Check it on the side. Right. Do you want me to hand these out?
Oh, no, that's okay. Okay, you're good. Hi, good morning, everybody. Like Deshanna said, my name is Tori Gingras. I'm with Assistive Technology of Alaska. We are a statewide nonprofit organization that helps Alaskans who experience any type of barrier to their independence find tools, become educated about the type of things that can help them be more independent, and then access those tools. So we're partnered with the UAF Cooperative Extension Office on this program called Agribility. So Agribility provides education, outreach, site visits and assessments, and ongoing support for individuals who are in agriculture careers so that they can stay in their career for as long as possible, whether they have an injury, a disability, or if they're part of an aging population that needs some assistance. So today I'm going to be talking about specifically the types of tools that can help this type of demographic. I'm going to be going into a lot of different types of assistive technology devices, and this is really more of an opportunity to explore this type of area, the assistive technology area. It's not really a promotion of these items specifically, more of an example of the type of items that can help somebody. So the other thing to think about this is that there is not a one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to assistive technology. We're going to be looking at things that might help individuals who have arthritis or who have back problems or who need some more support because maybe they have a learning disability with remembering to water plants, all different things. So it really takes on a wide gambit of areas that we can educate individuals on. So the first one, and I think this is an older slide deck, but that's okay. We'll get rolling. So the first one is a type of a garden that is a taco shell garden. So this taco shell garden was actually made by metal roofing, and so what they used then was that metal roofing, bent it, and then made it into a garden. So this is an actual garden in Homer. And so what's cool about this is it's really DIY'd. So if they were a wheelchair user, they could take out that bottom row and then be able to roll right up and garden on that top area. They can adjust the height of it to what's going to work best for them. This is another DIY type of farm style or gardening style. They took PVC pipe and then they cut a wine bottle, got it really hot, and then used it to melt the openings so that they would have more of a vertical farm set up in their area, which is the height and the area that works best for them rather than having a long or deep garden set. So this is an example of some carrying tools for a bucket. So if somebody has a hard time grasping onto a bucket and carrying it around, whether it's because of limited wrist, arm, or hand mobility, then having it attached to a strap that then goes across your chest can carry that weight for you. Having it on your back can carry that weight for you. Another example is this tool here. So you wrap this around your wrist, and then the bucket would sit on the tool here, and then that would take care of the weight that is originally on your hand. So you have the ability to lift, but maybe limited wrist mobility or hand mobility. Something like this could be helpful. And it could be helpful for more than just buckets, helping out with groceries, taking that in and out as well. So we see a lot of people who use this for one specific reason, but then they find that it can help with a lot of different areas. The next tool is a shovel or hand adapter. So I brought one here with me today. And what this does, you put it on your shovel, you put it on your rake, whatever it may be, and instead of having to bend all the way over to grab onto that arm of the shovel or rake, you can actually have that additional handle take care of covering your back. There's handles too, like this one, that can come up a little bit higher. So you wouldn't be bending over at all. You can put it on your shovel or rake, wherever works best for you and gives you the most access to your tool. And so you can see there's a couple different examples on there. There's the one like this, and then there's also one that can be attached to your forearm, so that you're not having to grasp onto the item at all, and actually that pressure is transferred to your forearm instead. So a lot of different examples there for your day-to-day tools, and I'm sure all of our backs are hurting after the snowfall that we just had, and something like this could have been beneficial. Ooh, there we go. Another type of tool that's pretty cool is this pusher. So instead of having something like a shovel that after you've pushed it, you have to lift it up and throw it over into a different area, this is more for just pushing snow, dirt, pushing leaves into a certain area. It doesn't have a base on it like a shovel does. It's more just like a plow that you're pushing into place. And so that can also save from having to bend over, lifting up, save your back, knees, things like that. Oh, money. Oh, there we go. All right, so the next area is some ergonomic tools for gardening. So things with ergonomic handles, and we have some examples back at the agri-ability table as well, but the ergonomic handles are curved, so it's a little bit easier to hold on to, transfers that weight or the pressure to a different area in your arm or wrist. So if you're having carpal tunnel or some pain or troubles with gardening, something like this could reduce that pain. Other area options are things like electric tools. So electric pruners, electric shield, electric handheld devices that can get the job done without having to put more pressure on your hands or wrist. I think we're having, there we go. Okay, so this is a tabletop shearer as well for flowers. So you can put an entire bouquet of flowers in there and cut them all in one motion instead of going through and having to clip each one by one. It bolts down to a tabletop, so you don't have to worry about it sliding around and getting away from you. So you can get a lot more done with a lot less risk of injury or pressure on maybe some of those pain spots that you're experiencing. The next area is working with water. So we have all the way from a low tech, as we call it, up to high tech to help with water. So first is a faucet grip, and that would go onto your regular water hose faucet. But instead of having that, I think it's called like a lattice style turner, you can now have some like handles on that, so it's a bit easier to turn and on and off. Other ones are things like being able, so you don't have to be twisting each hose as you're changing it on and off. You can have 4 hose at once. Another one is more ergonomic handles for your spray nozzle. I have an example here. So the on and off is up at the top instead of having to do that with fingers if that becomes, a pain spot for you. And that high tech area is smart water. So smart water is things that connect to your phone where you can have it Bluetooth so you can time when you want your water on and off. You can also put in sensors so that it will tell you how much moisture there is in the dirt, so you know if you need to turn it on and off. And you may be thinking, how is that assistive technology, right? Well, imagine somebody who, has a risk of injury going out when it is inclement weather, or they have arthritis or back problems, or they're wheelchair users, and having to go and check can increase their risk of injury or anything like that. And so having something like this can really help to minimize those risks and increase their independence so they don't have to ask somebody else to do that for them. There we go. So the next couple slides are low vision aids. So we have an easy reader. This would be for someone who has low vision, has a hard time reading their water gauges. This is just a much larger water gauge with high contrast labeling on it. And then this is on the far top left, we have the rubber band system. So you can set up your garden area with rubber bands, so one rubber band means lettuce, 2 rubber bands means that it is green beans, 3 rubber bands means that it's cabbage. So you can feel what is down that row instead of having to rely on markers that can be small, or after they get sun faded, it's hard to see and recognize what that is. And now in the higher tech area is the way around. And these are tags that connect with your cell phone, and you can then scan it and it will tell you exactly what is in that row or in that plant, know exactly what's going on without having to look at markers and know the difference. And then a couple examples are these garden kneelers. One of them has wheels on it, so somebody can wheel down that row and be able to pick off, get the weeds out, and without ever having to stand up and get down and stand up and get down. And then the other one is a kneeler and a seat. So an individual can sit down and do their gardening, or they can turn it over and then use it as a kneeler as well. It also has a spot to hold all of your gardening tools as well. And then another example I brought today is this little, the top of this bucket. So you can sit down on it and then throw all your weeds in there, or as you're picking your raspberry plant, throw your raspberries in there. And so that is called a bucket seat. And then that way you don't have to carry around an additional item, and you can sit while you're working. So there's quite a few funding sources that can help with obtaining assistive technology. Things like the Small Business Bureau, the Division of Vocational Rehabilitation, Alaska Farm Bureau, ambrook.com, Sustainable Agriculture Research Education, Farm Raise, the Foundation for Food and Agriculture Research, and americasfarmers.com. And as always, Assistive Technology of Alaska, or ATLA, is a great resource. So is the Cooperative Extension of Fairbanks. And what we do is we're resource centers for helping people get connected with the things that they need. So we do provide demonstrations and loans of equipment. So anything you see here, you can take home and figure out if it's really going to work for you in your environment. And so you can contact ATLA on our website, atlaak.org, watch webinars, learn about services, learn more about agri-ability. The information for the Cooperative Extension is also on our website. And of course, I'll be in the back in the trade show area all day today. So if anybody would like to come and talk to me, I'd be happy to talk with you. Alrighty, thank you guys so much.